everybody. Welcome to another edition of NCW, also known as New Comic Wednesday. If you haven't been with us before, we chat for a few minutes every Wednesday about Zenescope's news releases. If you don't know who I am your NCW host. And yes, today it is my birthday. I am very old today. Ooh, I get fun confetti. I love confetti. And Casey is my favorite emoji. If you guys don't know, my favorite emoji is the birthday emoji. I like when he spits out the little birthday thing. I don't really know what you would call that. But yeah, today it's my birthday. So it's a very special edition of NCW where we are just shouting out birthdays today. But back on track. If you guys haven't joined us before, we chat about Zenescope's news releases every Wednesday. And I haven't been here because I was on site at Star Wars Celebration last Wednesday, so I missed it. But here we are once again back. To find our newest releases, you will head to Zenescope.com, press new releases, and then bam, they will be there. They will show whatever is released today. And today we'll be talking about Grimm Spotlight, Zodiac, and then it will show every release backwards. On top of that, you can also find our Zenescope releases on Comixology, as well as at your local brick and mortar comic shop. So yes, today's special edition of NCW. And to make sure that you never miss an NCW, or you never miss a coffee with Casey and Noah, or you never miss a VCon, etc., don't forget to press that notification bell. Make sure that you like this, you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you share and react with other people about this wonderful comic, New Comic Wednesday. NCW. Well, can't believe we've been at this for a year. Back when I started NCW, I was merely 28 years old. And now I'm 30 and it feels weird and I feel old. And, you know, from here on out, I'm only going to have older people on the streams make me feel better about my 30th birthday. That's why I've invited today's guest on. No, I'm just kidding. He's firing me. And oh my God, it just left the background. Ralph, come back. I'm sorry. Come join us today for NCW. Do you hate me?
I'm leaving.
I haven't had you on in so long.
I'm younger than you.
What?
I'm younger than you.
Are you? How old are you?
28. Can you hear
wow,
me?
You look. I don't know whether I should say you look good for 28.
It sounds like you're saying I don't look good for my age.
I like how Casey.
That's rude. Casey. Keep it up, Casey.
Oh, Aaron thinks that I have ageism still. Yeah. I can't be ageist now that I'm 30. Now that I've hit the dirty 30. Can we quickly shout out someone incredible on the stream really fast? I would like to shout out co-founder Ralph Tedesco, who called me for my birthday, which I thought was very nice.
I did.
You did. You were the first person to call me on my birthday.
I called you by mistake, but I called you nonetheless.
What does that mean? Wow. Never mind. I no longer take the shout out. Forget Ralph. All hyped to say thank you for calling me on my birthday. It was very nice. Anyway, we'll get to today's release. I just skipped over it, but that's because it was giving Ralph a hard time. Today we're talking about Grimm Spotlight Zodiac. And it's guest starring the Black Knight. I like how we put that on the cover. I mean, you guys are going to see it on the cover any second, but it's $5.99 in our web store. It was written by our own Joe Brusha. I forgot to ask Joe to come on today, and I told Ralph that I didn't want to be alone on my birthday, so that's what he's on right now.
This is Joe's book, his beloved
This is
book.
Joe's book, but I haven't had you on NCW, I think, in like 3 months.
Funny thing is, I didn't really work on the story even. But I'll talk.
So we're going to be sharing top-notch facts on this story today.
I didn't work on this one. But I read
I'm
it.
interested to know. I have like a lot of makeup on here because I did this really fast. I'm interested to know in the chat right now, like how many people are actively following the Zodiac line? Because our last story was Zodiac versus Death Force. And then Ralph, do you know what the story was before that?
Zodiac story? No. Can't remember. Age of Camelot. Well, he can't. His first appearance is Age of Camelot.
Oh, yeah.
And then
fun fact about Age of Camelot. Okay, if you ever go to any of our conventions, we take Age of Camelot with us. It is a double-sized graphic novel, so you can get a lot of the backstory of Grimm fairy tales, and there are some intros to characters there. On top of that, though, I love Ralph's answers to these. I'm sorry. I also didn't get
remember. So I can't remember like anything. So to be fair,
but I thought you were 28 and you were a spring chicken.
Well, I've never had a great memory. We've created so much stuff. I don't remember appearances of characters. I know he was in Age of Camelot.
Mm-hmm.
Zodiac versus Death Force. I don't know what else he was in besides that. There's probably another one. I just can't think of it. Dave would know.
Dave would know.
Zodiac.
Let's get to the synopsis. What?
Forgot he had his own arc. So that would make
Zodiac
sense.
1 through 3. Thank you, Casey.
And he's also named Sean O'Connell, which is Joe's brother-in-law's name.
Oh, that's really nice.
But his nephew, I think he named it after his nephew because his nephew's Sean as well. It's a fun fact.
Fun fact. Okay, I'm going to read the synopsis. We're going to go through the covers. You know, I'll admit that every time I bring Ralph on, I cut around the regular. I put Casey on her toes. I cut around the regular routine of things because I just love bringing on Ralph early because I can see him in the background with his disapproving looks, being like, no. Okay, Zodiac is trying to turn over a new leaf and right the wrongs of his past. But redemption is not so easy when you've worked as an enforcer for the IRA and an assassin for an evil, evil magician. Wait, I gotta tell my magician's joke after this. Okay, his task is about to get so much harder when he's paid a visit by a criminally insane relative who wants it back in the family business. Guest starring the Black Knight. I don't know if I told you guys my Mexican magician joke. I think I might have. But,
please.
But if I haven't, this is Ralph's favorite joke, and since my birthday, he will listen to it. So, a Mexican magician told everybody that he could make them disappear, or he could make himself disappear on the count of 3. Uno, dos, poof. And then he went without a trace. Whatever, that's a good joke, man.
Without a trace. Get it? Because uno, dos,
trace. Thank you.
3. He was Mexican, so he spoke Spanish, and he disappeared without a trace.
I'm excited because we got to react to a laughing react, and I don't know who that was. I know Aaron reacted on the comments. Whoever that person was, shout out to you.
We lost viewers. But that's cool.
Neil gave me a sus face over here.
I've heard that joke 1,400 times now.
Yeah, I've told Ralph that joke. Anyway, let's run through the covers. Casey, please pop up cover A. Oh, I forgot that it's on the side now. I like how I don't know if you know this, Ralph, but I'm interested to know, like, why is it that we put guest starring Black Knight on here? Like, why have we ever done that on a book before? I don't know.
We've done it. Like if a character is kind of crossing over into another character's book, so then they know, oh, I read Black Knight.
We put guest starring.
Yeah.
Interesting. Here is cover B.
Okay.
Oh my God, does that give away the fact of the Black Knights in the storyline? I'm just interested because a lot of times we get characters that make other appearances in other storylines, but like we show them on cover B. I don't think I've ever seen a guest starring, and that's on me.
Are we saying who the artists are on the covers?
Well, we popped it up when we did our first go around, but I can, if you like, I can read it out. So cover A,
Igor Vitorino and Ivan.
Yeah.
Riviero did B. Wow, that's a different style for him. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay. Let's see John Well. Okay.
Would you have not guessed that?
I wouldn't have guessed that was David Riviero. If that's who it is.
Here is cover C.
John Royal.
Oh wow, you got that one right away. Actually, 3 people worked on this cover.
I saw, yeah, but Royal's easy to spot. I know Royal stuff.
And then who are the other 2 people that worked on this cover?
Ula,
one of them's
maybe?
a dead giveaway. Yeah, Ula.
I don't know who else.
I hope I don't say his name wrong or her name. Jagdish Kumar. Jagdish.
Oh, I guess she works with John. I don't know if she's an inks him. Okay.
And then here is cover D.
D.
Ba-bam.
That's Finn's.
It is.
Okay.
This is a fun game. I didn't know you knew I know you booked this for a long time, but now that you're not, wow. I like Casey. Wow, this is awesome. Now you can see all of the covers.
I can usually get the covers. I can't. I'm not as good as I used to be, but I can usually get the covers.
What's your favorite?
I like B a lot. I think B's really awesome. I don't know.
B has really cool red undertones in the background.
Yeah, B's just a really cool cover. It's just very well done. It's very. I was shocked that's David just because that's not normally his like. I guess. He doesn't. I don't normally see him do the action covers like that, so that's cool. I like A too. I like John Royal stuff as well, but like I really like A and B.
Who is the character in cover C?
That's Hydra.
Who's Hydra?
She's new. She's in the book.
I'm asking you as my guest. I know who she is.
She's new. Joe created her.
The descriptions I get.
I thought we were going to change her name. Dave was going to change her name, and then I guess we didn't change her. So
why did we call her Hydra?
Hell Hydra. She's from the MCU, I guess. I don't know.
So I'm kind of interested. How often? So I know Jay Sandlin wrote the last Zodiac versus Death Force, which is the last time we saw both those characters in the Zenescope universe. How often do we like switch writers in between? Because now Joe is writing this storyline, obviously, that takes place in Philly, which is kind of cool.
Joe constantly wants to write less, but then he ends up writing more. He says he wants to write less, but then he always wants to write because he loves writing these characters, I think. So he always kind of tricks us into thinking. He tricks Dave and David into thinking he wants to write less, but I think he really wants to write more. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I asked Joe why he ends up writing all these because, like, he sometimes will hand off his characters, and I think he misses them and wants to write them. That's my thought.
So Zodiac,
yes,
has had an interesting backstory, and
I want to address something real quick to Brian. Since it's not the Hydra logo, it's supposed to be a Cthulhu logo on her shirt. So that's where it looks like the Hydra logo a little bit, but it's not. It's not a skull. It's a more of a Cthulhu. I don't want to give too much away, but go ahead.
Is there anything going on with this girl in Zodiac?
No, I don't think so. Is there?
There's a scene where she's like, "I like that look, Zodiac," and I was like, "Is that flirty?"
I'm controlling them in this too, so I'm not really sure. Maybe we need Joe on. I didn't come up with a story. What do you want from me? I'm giving you guesses. It's like,
so you're sharing wrong information on
I don't know.
Okay.
I know she's mind controlling. It's your birthday.
So Zodiac, obviously.
Yes.
Casey is just laughing in the background. I don't know if she's laughing at us, like, or that she's like this good NCW. We'll really dive into the character.
Have you been watching Stranger Things?
I watched the first. Well, this is turning into Coffee and Casey. No, I guess this is afternoon drinks with Ralph and Amber. So, did you guys? If you. Oh yeah, I saw that it's now #1 again.
Keep pushing.
Were you really into this song growing up?
No, you know what's funny? No. I think it's a little deeper cut. I actually discovered this song like a few years ago when it was like covered by somebody else, and I really dug it. So I didn't realize it was Kate Bush.
Oh, anyway. Well, Stranger Things. I don't know. I'd kind of be interested in the comments what everyone thinks. Like, I don't know if Casey's watched Casey, have you ever seen Stranger Things? No. Okay. This is not surprising to me. I'll be honest. Like, this is a hot take right here. I think Stranger Things is kind of overrated. I'm still watching it.
You're overrated. You and Casey are overrated. Just kidding. Just kidding, Casey.
Casey's face in the background.
Hey, Casey, make that face again.
I'm interested. She knows we'll bring her on. She knows we'll bring her
on. Pop on Casey.
I'm
you know what
interested in the comments if you guys have watched Stranger Things and what you think about it. Who cares about talking about Zenescope news releases? Why?
If you grew up in the 80s, it's that that's the reason you watch it a lot. So
oh my God, that's weird. You grew up in the 80s?
I know, for being 28, it's weird. Wait, if I was 28, I'd grow up 90s. That'd be 90s.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch Game of Thrones also for that reason. Yeah, I've never seen all of Game of Thrones. I tried to read the books.
For what reason? Because you weren't in the 80s?
No, we were talking about something else. First of all, it's funny that you said you grew up in the 80s when you said that you were 28 on this stream just mere minutes ago. What?
I grew up in the 80s. So
so how old are you?
The show is very accurate of like my childhood in the 80s.
So you feel no, I feel that. Sometimes I like watch things that take place in the 90s and it feels like very nostalgic for me.
It's very nostalgic. Yeah, it's weird. Like I don't have any 70s nostalgia, but I have 80s nostalgia.
I wish I was born in the 70s and grew up
no 60s, 70s. Like if I watch something from the 60s or 70s or 50s, I don't care.
70s music's got to be the best music. But have you guys ever written a comic story that's taken place in the 80s?
I think I did in Polybius. I wrote the Grimm Tales of Terror Polybius issue. It took place. It was like a time flashback, but I don't know if I ever wrote like a full arc of something in the 80s now.
I feel like people really like watching movies from like the 80s, 90s, 2000s time, like mostly 80s and 90s, only especially horror movies, because like you automatically can give away the phone asset. Like that, the whole having a phone aspect kind of takes away from not being able to find a killer and also being surprised about things.
True. With the phones, now you have to always use the trick. There's no service at the right time.
I know. They use the no service.
Time you need service, there's never service.
And like back then, like they would get away with that in the 2000s because we had really bad service in the My calls dropped all the time in the 2000s.
Now it's tougher without this. It's hard to get away with it. Now you have to come up with other creative. Like they lost their phone. They dropped their phone.
Did you ever see The Ruins? I love that movie. I heard it's a really good book, by the way.
Off on a weird tangent. No, I want to read the book though. I heard the book was better.
Anyway, that's what happens in that storyline. They lose the phone and then they're trying to go get the phone because they can hear the phone ringing, and so they have to like go into the they're already at the ruins, but they have to go down into there's like a hole. I don't know. It's I like The Ruins, actually. A lot of people don't like that movie. I really like that movie. So
I heard the book's really good.
I heard the book's amazing. Yeah.
Joe loves The Ruins book.
Oh, Joe read I could see him really liking
that. Yeah.
So again, today's release, not that you got any synopsis or insight into it, and that's our apologies. Is Grimm Spotlight Zodiac. What?
I said, Death Force. Zodiac. I always call him Death Force.
That is a different character.
Well, they fought they had the issue where there was Death Force versus Zodiac. I was getting confused.
Oh, there's an audiobook of The Ruins. Maybe I'll listen to it today. If you want to hear more about this story, thank you, Casey. If you want to hear more about this story, usually you would hear all about it on NCW. Come to our booth at AwesomeCon this weekend. If you guys are in DC, I know Antonio's going. Who else is going? Come to our booth. We'll have an in-depth, deep discussion on Grimm Spotlight Zodiac. Yes, we're booth 1909. Come hang out with us in Washington,
D.C.
Will anybody be joining us in DC?
Where's the convention center? What's it called? Where do people go? Where does one find AwesomeCon?
It's at the Washington, D.C. Convention Center.
Oh, not the I thought you were going to say the Washington Monument. They hold the convention at the Washington Monument. Where
would the space be for the Washington Monument?
Maybe around it. They just set up around the monument.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen the monument.
Have you ever been to DC? You've been to DC.
I was there a couple times, but never really like touring.
Actually, there's one bucket list item I have for DC that I've never done before, but I'm going to try to do it. I don't know how I'm going to find the time. I've always wanted to go to the steps of The Exorcist. You know, the steps where he falls down. The steps are in DC. They're very, very high. I think Chris Sampson went really recently.
There you
go. Fun fact. So anyway,
yeah.
Grimm Spotlight.
Zodiac. He's an ex-IRA. It opens up where he's like the kid and he's like killing people as a kid. This is a child. They put a gun in his hands, made him kill people. It's messed up, dude. And then he wants to he doesn't want to. So Merlin turned him into an assassin, as from what I remember. And then he doesn't want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? Like he's just like, I'm over assassinating people. I don't want to assassinate people. I don't know. That's what happened.
Okay, so other quick dive. Let's talk about spotlights a little bit. So why did you guys start doing spotlight storylines? Like I know we do our quarterly, as our spotlight just because there are characters in the background like Zodiac that don't get as much recognition.
Yeah, so it's like a rotating, the characters that don't have their. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because I'm going to ping you after this and be like, this was the worst NCW we've ever done.
Well, you know what? Goodbye. That's it.
No, don't leave. Don't leave me alone on my birthday.
Oh, guys.
What?
Let's go back. Okay. What's the problem? This is the worst NCW. This is a great NCW. If people don't like this NCW, I don't know what else to do. Grimm Spotlight's characters that aren't always in the main, the Robin Hoods, the Van Helsings, etc. So it's always going to bring in a character that might not get a lot of airtime generally. We need to do one for Mercy Dante. I don't know how many people miss Mercy.
That's true, Daniel. I can do whatever I want on my birthday.
Daniel, don't encourage this.
Who's gonna buy me a drink on my birthday? Where's my NCW crew buying me a drink on my birthday?
How are they gonna buy you a drink?
Haven't you seen the new thing that people do for their birthdays now? They put up their Venmo and you can Venmo them money. That's the new thing. I kind of laugh at that and I'm like, how much money do people really make from this? You'll put it on the back of your car and be like, Venmo me this.
People have no shame.
No, I mean, free drinks are free drinks, man.
Well, don't take that away. Amber, I don't know your Venmo. I'd give it out, but I don't know what it is.
I don't know my Venmo.
You can Venmo me instead. I'll make sure she gets the drink money.
I think my Venmo is Talkative Amber. That's my ongoing thing. It is. It's Talkative Amber. All one word.
Now you're gonna have all these free drinks now.
No one is gonna Venmo me.
Amber's gonna make $1,000 on her birthday.
I always wonder though when people do it, how much money do they make from these Venmos?
I mean, it depends on guys aren't going to make a lot of money.
How do you know?
It's usually going to be a girl who's a guy. A guy's usually going to do it. It's just the general. That's how it works.
I will also say though that how do you what people do now with this Venmo is they drive and they put it on the back of their car. So you won't know that it's a guy. So if you want to try it, Rob, I dare you.
I should have done it on my birthday.
Your birthday was like 2 weeks ago. You can still do it.
My birthday was 10 days, 11 days.
Let's talk a little bit about birthdays actually recently. So it was Ralph's birthday just a couple weeks ago. Happy birthday, Ralph. It was Jason's birthday in Phoenix. Yay! It was Jason's birthday in Phoenix. Yeah, clearly turned 29. It was Jason's birthday in Phoenix last week. It was 28th,
Jason
I believe.
Turned 73.
I just got so dark. I don't know why. The lighting keeps changing here.
Anyway,
now I'm like,
are we still talking about birthdays? What are we talking about?
Isn't Di's birthday too? Like, isn't Di's birthday right in that group too?
That's a good question. I know she's June. I think June's. She was 17.
I think she's a Gemini too. So
can't
we got a
remember.
lot of Geminis in this office. Ralph is not a Gemini, but I'm kind of convinced he's a Gemini.
I'm not a Gemini.
But you're like one day off from being a Gemini, and you have Gemini tendencies.
Gemini 10. I also have Taurus tendencies too.
What Taurus tendencies do you have?
I don't know.
This is my favorite part of you guys are getting insight of our everyday conversations. It's my favorite part of conversing with Ralph. This is the part of the conversation when Ralph's done with the conversation, where he's not listening to anything I'm saying.
Like we're on like Geminis, I guess, because we're talking about Zodiac, and you're thinking.
Kiara's birthday's coming up. Kiara, happy birthday, Kiara. I can't wait to meet your baby, which I will soon. And I saw that you messaged me on Instagram. I haven't really been on today, but happy birthday, Kiara! Coming up. Oh, is it the 13th? I think it's the 13th.
What, Kiara?
Kiara. I have it written down in my phone.
Di's is, I'm pretty sure she is in June, but now I don't know when. Should we mention about Fan Expo Dallas?
Yeah, I guess maybe we should just do the whole recap. Again, today, guys, we were talking about Grimm Spotlight. You didn't get that much insight into the story. We apologize.
We need insight. You just read it. It's good.
It's the 14th. That was off by one day.
And you go, wow, that was good. And the artwork's awesome.
This is right. This is right. Kiara's birthday was Flag Day, because remember we all got into this like big fight about Flag Day and how Jason doesn't think it's a real holiday on the stream. Like that happened last year's stream. I'm like, Jason, no. Jason's like, Flag Day's so dumb, and that's how we got on this topic, because it was Kiara's birthday. Anyway, so let's talk about things that are coming up. So Grimm Spotlight, again, you can get it on our web store. It's $5.99. You can also get it on Comixology or at your local comic shop. We will be at AwesomeCon this upcoming weekend. If you will be there, come hang out. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great. It's going to be awesome.
There. It's awesome.
Everything is awesome. They have a really good guest list. Come find us at booth 1909. So there are a couple of updates. I feel like our convention schedule is getting a little confusing. So I just wanted to clarify that.
It is.
We will not be doing Denver, and there's a chance now that we're not going to do Chicago, Fan Expo Chicago either. It's just difficult,
we're going to be in Chicago a month later anyway. So
yeah, we're going to be at C2E2 no matter what. But traveling to all these shows is difficult when, usually I go, or Casey goes, or Noah goes, or Jason goes, and then occasionally Ralph goes, and Dave. But it's challenging in the summertime. Like, people have families, people need to take their time off. And so we really would love to see you guys at those events. But obviously we want to honor what our staffs need. So there is a good chance. I know that we're adding a show, but we're only adding one person. And he is on this stream right now. Who is that person?
Who is it? One of us? Is it?
Wrong way. Wrong. This, no. Yes. No. This.
Me.
No.
It me.
I can't point like this. Aha!
It me. So I'll be on a Dallas Fan Expo at the Hot Flips booth.
At Jeff Cerrito's booth. Jeff actually just called me 10 minutes ago. He's driving, so I didn't see it.
Hot Flips logo over your head. I'll be at the Hot Flips booth. Wait, hold on. There you go.
Hot Flips. For that. So go and see Ralph at the Hot Flips booth. And Ralph and I have made a bet as to how much he'll actually sell at that show. So if you want to support Ralph, go buy stuff at that show.
I didn't make a bet with you.
Yeah, we made a bet.
Maybe you bet with somebody else in the office.
No, I bet with you.
It's going to be a big show for us. Hot Flips, me, signing stuff. What else do you need?
So
Dallas,
we'll be at Fan Expo Dallas, and by we, just Ralph will be
just
there
me,
at the Hot Flip booth.
just Friday, Saturday, and part of Sunday, and then I'm out because I got to drive back, and then we're doing.
I'm kind of jealous. Like, I'll never get to go to Cowboy Stadium. I've accepted it for what it is.
Stop it.
Hi, this is my birthday today. We can talk about that's what it is. That's what I should have asked for on my birthday from you. I was only allowed one request, and it was, can you please come on NCW, because I don't have anyone else to come on NCW. But I should have asked for a video where Ralph says, and Dallas is my favorite team.
Yeah, that couldn't happen. I'm sorry. I don't care what birthday it is.
30's a big year. So yes, like we said, we won't be at Denver. There's a chance now we won't be at Chicago.
But we also did add Baltimore.
But before we announce that, we should make sure that we're 100%.
Oh, we're going. If I have to just send Casey by herself, we're going to Baltimore. Sorry.
Casey's like, what? I mean, because I can't go to that show.
I know, but Casey and Noah will be there. And Jason might be there. If not Jason, I'm going to.
Jason is not going to that.
Jason is going to go. I told him if he has to go if I don't have anybody else.
So upcoming show, Dallas Fan Expo, that will be taking place the weekend of the 17th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of birthdays, I know another birthday that's coming up. Somebody's 17th birthday.
Casey?
Zenescopes. We have to bring her on. I wish you could see. I wish we could just like occasionally have like a die cam, like a Casey cam of like the reactions that she has in the background.
Okay, 7. You said 17. It's not Casey. It's Zenescope.
Zenescope turned 17. 17's a good year.
Small banner. What happened here? That's weird.
You'll be able to buy Z-rated covers. It's actually, I assume you still have to be 18 to buy
NC-17. You can buy NC-17 covers.
I feel like you still probably have to be 18 for that. But if you could view NC-17 covers, and they wouldn't really be NC-17, they'd still be rated R covers.
The next year will be legal.
I know.
Will be called Zenescope Barely Legal Virtual Cover.
Who comes up with
That's funny. Come on. Stop. We're 18. It's 18. It's our 18th birthday.
So next week we only have one release, and it is our Grimm Fairy Tales swimsuit edition. So if you guys ever read Grimm Fairy Tales Swimsuit Edition 21, it's fantastic sorority featuring me and Chris Sampson and our Zenescope flyer, which I think is still available on the website for purchase if you would like to buy a Zenescope, or also known as a flyer. So
it's a disc that you throw into the air.
I actually got a really cool pool float that I'm excited to take to the beach at Star Wars Celebration. It's an X-Wing. So it's literally an X-Wing. You know what an X-Wing is. I'm sure our fans know what an X-Wing is. And there's an R2-D2 that's a pool float inside of it. I can't wait to take it to the beach. I'm going to look so cool. Speaking of Star Wars Celebration, I told the crew this earlier, but I did see one of the VIPs there. Glenn Stein came up to me at Star Wars Celebration. He heard me yelling outside because I do morning Q in the mornings where I direct fans on where they need to go because I have a very projecting voice, as my team tells me. I don't know if that's a good thing. But he was like, oh my God, Amber from NCW. And I was like, wow, Glenn, thanks for supporting out there. So yeah, next week, Grimm Fairy Tales swimsuit special. This week's winner, who came up from Phoenix, Robert Young. Congratulations, Robert Young, on getting the NCW collectible cover. Rob keeps catching this confetti. I don't really know what we're doing here, but he's throwing it back up in the air. Woohoo!
Good job.
Picture. I know. I should have told Glenn to take a picture, like us together, so you guys would see. I hate that I'm doing this now when I do like pictures because I like still referring to phones like this way, and I know the like millennial or the Gen Z generation does it like this when like Casey, how do you show a phone? Do you do it like that or do you do it like this?
You do a flip phone?
She's like, what?
Flip phone. Who does
like
this?
Everybody from the 90s does it.
I'd probably do like a text thing, maybe. Like,
They call you. What do you say? Like,
no, you're asking what hand gesture I would do?
Yeah, like if I was to be like,
yeah, I would maybe do this.
What would you
if
do?
You're like, hey, call me. You'd be like,
I don't.
That would be weird.
Well, I don't know.
That's what they do now. They do that though. Rob, how would you do it?
I don't know. I mean, I would do that to be like, hey, call me, but I don't ever do this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna start.
I don't gesture it that often. I just say, call me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If you're like across the thing and I'm like, hey, call me. I do that.
I do the point. I go like, call me, but that's different.
That's Casey's quotation. Call me. So
I don't know. I still do this. Like if I'm like, oh, I gotta take a call really quick.
You do that. Call me. I don't know.
I saw like some of those videos. It's like only 90s kids or older would understand. It was like the phone calls after 9 p.m. Like it literally like somebody would call me and be like, I think they didn't charge you up to a minute. Somebody call and be like, I'll call you back at 9 p.m. and then like hang up the phone really fast. But I wasn't sometimes allowed to use the phone after 9 p.m. I would get in trouble.
Sorry.
I know. There was
my
dad would answer the phone calls if there were boys calling. I'd be like, I'd be like, sorry.
Calling Amber.
My sister would hop on the phone. We actually my dad, his business was he was consulting on computers. So we had 2 lines. So we could use the business line for dial-up. So we could still take calls on line 2. So then you could like chat with your friends and be like,
I don't remember all this shit.
You don't want to be like, did you see what like Billy posted in his survey on MySpace? Like he put this up in his MySpace, and I'd be like, oh my god, yeah, he did. I'm like, do you think Billy has a crush on me? None of this really happened, but
I remember MySpace though. Top 8. You'd have your top 8.
Would I make Zenescope's top 8?
And then you get some friends get mad if they're not in your top 8 or if they're not your top 3 or top person.
Well, it was a top. They did a top 8, and then they started doing like a top 4, and then they did a top 12 at one point.
They did a top. They started with the top 4, I think, and then it went to top 8. Then you can get an app where not an app, whatever add-on, and you could do top 32.
But that got too much. You usually just did a top 12.
Top 12.
What was your song on your MySpace?
It was probably this. Are you ready?
If it's a Stranger Things thing, I swear.
I don't know the words.
What I have made your top 8, Ralph? Tell me.
No. So
that's fine. You wouldn't have made mine either.
I'd be your number 1. You might have. Maybe you'd make my top 8. I don't know.
In today's,
we don't have it anymore.
I'd be kind of interested to know. Like,
Matt, you're late. We were talking about Kate Bush because of Stranger Things. I don't know if you're watching. Go ahead. Yes. Yes, Amber.
Anyway, so this week's stipulation to get the NCW collectible cover is just wish me a happy birthday. That's it. Just wish me a happy birthday right now in the comments, or you already did.
All you have to do is wish you a happy birthday to get in the running. Yeah. It's lame.
Are you going to wish me a happy birthday?
No, because I already did.
You did.
Happy birthday.
Ralph's in the running to get the collectible cover, everybody.
Thank you.
I love Neil in the background. I really did get burned. Ralph doesn't want to put me in his
said happy birthday. Said happy birthday. Okay, they're coming through now. Do you?
I know that you guys. I saw. Also, wait. I saw that Robert Pete's in the stream. Hi, Robert. By the way, I think I haven't been up to date as much as I since I've been going part time. But I think I saw that we're releasing Are we releasing a new car? Are we releasing a new car? I think I saw an email about it. I could have seen some. Maybe
I think
was it a
it's
print?
the same car.
Wait, who's ordering this car? What are you talking about? Are we really?
I saw an email about a car, and I wanted to tell Robert Pete that he has to order it, but I think we're just promoting the old car.
We're not doing a new car. You're lying. This is a lie. I didn't see anything about a car. I'll believe you.
As you guys know, that since it's the first of the month, that means you're getting new everything. There'll be a new Ketchum cover that comes out this month. There'll be a new update for all your subscriptions. That's the fun thing about doing NCW on the first of the month. Is what? Did you come over and talk to me, Edwin, or did you just pass by? See. Where was Brian before? Where he's like, I told him that I was seeing people. It was Pixar, didn't happen. I'm kind of impressed people were able to spot me because I had to wear a mask the whole time. But I think it's like my really bright red hair. Oh yeah, no, Robert, you should be upset about this. You should have gotten the one-of-a-kind car. Your car's not your profile picture anymore. I'm hurt, man. His profile picture was a picture of the car that I had signed for so long, and now it's gone.
No, it's gone.
Dead in the background.
Can we do?
So yes, that's a great thing about the start. You're rushing to a panel. Were you rushing to a panel on the celebration stage? Because those mornings, man, they were rough. Are you coming to London? Will we see each other London 2023?
Amber, you're way off you're having a conversation with Edwin as he writes to you about Star Wars celebration. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I should take it as a bad thing or a good thing.
We gotta focus. We need to.
Your voice is distinctive.
We're way past time. We gotta focus. What else do we got?
I'll see you in London. That's fun. See each other there. Okay, so again, the start of every month we have the latest updates on all of our subscriptions, so you'll be able to check them out there. Our next retailer live stream is actually going to be next week. It's going to be next Tuesday. So make sure that you come out with Comic Capes Comics. So again, you can get
comics. That's a mouthful. Cosmic Capes
Comics. So again, you can either check us out this weekend at AwesomeCon if you're going to be there. We'll be booth 1909. You can check us out on the retailer live stream next Tuesday. You can catch Casey with Coffee with Casey and Noah. And they are feeling quote unquote spicy this week. So Coffee with Casey and Noah won't be until Tuesday.
Are we destroying anything? Steve wants to know.
What?
Are we destroying any books?
I didn't get the number update from this month, so I'll sync with Casey and we'll be back to talk about that on the swimsuit edition next week.
Okay.
I will let you guys know. Then we will be having the birthday con. At the end of the month, it will be, I just found out that I will probably be making an appearance on the birthday con. So we'll be celebrating our 17th birthday. Woohoo! That will be, I believe, the 22nd and the 23rd, which will also be an NCW.
Correct.
And then your next opportunity to see us in person is San Diego Comic-Con. Are you hyped for San Diego Comic-Con?
Yes. It's the first time in 3 years in San Diego. So weird.
I just quickly like to shout out my boy Daryl for being a Cowboys fan. That's how we're going to end the stream today.
No, I don't accept
That's how we're going to end the stream today on my birthday.
Celtics and Cowboys. I guess he's a Yankees fan too. What's going on here?
I love when people group those together when you're like, oh.
Like you just pick the guys who win the most and you're like, oh, I'm a fan now.
To be fair, I mean, that would be the most of like.
The Cowboys had a run in the 90s.
Yeah, quickly shout out if you're going to be at San Diego. Like, I see that Kong's going to be there. I don't know if Neil's going to be there, but if you're coming to San Diego, come hang out with us. We're going to be there for 5 days. 5 days. Wednesday's preview night for 3 hours, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be insane. We're going to have some booth girls there. There's going to be a lot of different cosplays. Some booth models displaying.
You gotta stop by the booth. We got to talk about your fandom ship.
He hates the Yankees. Ha!
Diamondbacks. Interesting. Diamondbacks is an interesting choice.
There's nothing wrong. And if you can tell, look, two of the Bruins and the Celtics, both from Boston. Maybe he lives in Boston.
Wait, We're big. Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with having fans.
Imagine that though. Like you became a Cowboys fan, and the Patriots went on and won like 6 Super Bowls.
That's actually true.
That's depressing. There's a Sixers Phillies. Thank you, Casey. That's what we do in Philly. You're 4 for 4 for life.
Are you?
4 for 4.
Are we just? Oh, does nobody care about the Philly soccer team then?
Even though the Flyers suck and the Phillies suck, and you still root for them. No,
I don't know if you know this.
Oh, Union.
I was going to say you totally skipped the Union. You're like,
I don't watch soccer.
What about the minor league teams?
What minor league teams? Baseball? Iron Pigs.
For baseball, yeah. I was like, I don't know how far the Iron Pigs are, but aren't they the minor league team out here?
They were. I don't even know. They changed the minor
league. Casey knows. We're on the same page there. I was like, I think it was the Iron Pigs, but I didn't know if they were still. I haven't been to an Iron Pigs game in probably 10 years, so we should go. We should do a Zenescope Phillies night because you can get tickets for
an Iron Pigs game once about 5 years ago.
We should do a Zenescope Phillies night because you can get tickets so cheap. I might go to the Yankees game tonight. I haven't decided. We need it for San Diego for people that could not get tickets. Should you guys fly to San Diego anyway? We'll set up a Zenescope table in the hotel room. You can come buy exclusives from, or we'll do some backhanded deals.
Zenescope table by yourself after hours.
We'll do some backdoor deals. Like call us. We'll be like, come up to the rooftop. You need to knock 4 times.
Are the tickets sold out?
Tickets for San Diego always, how San Diego tickets work,
well,
right?
I didn't know what it would be like this year with the.
No, it's still the same way. I mean, a lot of shows are selling. Like Star Wars Celebration was almost sold out. New York will probably sell out. Actually, will not. Javits doubled in size.
The hard part's getting a hotel, in San Diego. Okay.
Yeah, we could all go to my favorite bar. I'm gonna take Casey. I can only take a handful of people to my favorite bar. I'm gonna take you guys to my favorite bar. It only seats 12 people. On the side, it says maximum occupancy 12. And the bar has 2 chairs. I think it's is it California's smallest bar? Only 12 seats. Fun fact. Anyway, this has been an abnormally long NCW where we really didn't cover that much about Zenescope, but you guys all showed up and viewership went up. So that's all that really matters. All Philly teams are bad. In fact,
I wouldn't go that
okay. This has been NCW with Amber and Ralph.
This year.
What?
Eagles will win the division this year. You heard it here first.
No, they won't. The Cowboys.
Even though Jalen Hurts isn't that good.
I'm wearing blue for the Cowboys today. We will finally get pineapple on pizza. I don't know if you guys have watched Stranger Things, we talked about it, but they make a pineapple pizza shout out on that show.
I do like pineapple and ham. Okay.
I just like pineapple and sometimes hot sauce.
Get out of here.
Pizza. Okay. Anyway, so this has been NCW with Amber and Ralph, where you come to the covers, but you stay for the stories. We will see everybody. This is not how I'm ending my birthday stream. Go Cowboys. I'll see everybody next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Same